What's up, everyone? I'm Valentine. What's up, everybody? I'm Valentine here, and welcome back to Alma's World on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. So today's video is called "You Are Not Your Final Form," and this is a word for y'all. Okay. Excuse me. I just had to take this reminder just now. And by the way, I'm making this video because I was like in here feeling bad because I didn't work out yesterday. I didn't work out today. Like, I didn't go to the gym. I just ate hella pizza and soup and all this shit, whatever. I'm sitting here like back and forth like, should I even eat some of these cinnamon, what's it called? Because I feel like shit because I didn't like accomplish like a bazillion things today. Even though I posted all this other content on this different channel. Then I have this thing I have to go to tomorrow, and I'm like, well, I don't want to get into a habit of like not working out again because I was in a habit of not working out for the longest time. And that's not cool. So with this YouTube channel thing, like, I wanted to do something with this today. So I'm making myself record this, and you know what? I'm gonna bite the fucking bullet and do a little 5-minute workout after this so that I don't feel like absolute fucking ass. And then tomorrow while I'm at work, I'm not just gonna drink like a big ass Frappuccino like how I drink today. I'm just gonna make something that's like good, but like not that fucking horrible, basically. Anyways, y'all, you're not your final form. I just saw this guy, Wheelchair Poppy, on Instagram. First time I've seen him, and he posted this thing about like how he literally got fired from a job that he worked for 10 years. He had ended an 8-year relationship and broke his back, like all in dealing with this shit like all at the same time. And I can't remember the year. I think it said like 2014. And he showed how like, yo, he was just sitting there like fucking crying like this on the, what's it called? And like, bro, while I was watching this, I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. Like, you could just see his pain, like how much pain and just shame and like true upset that he was in. And then it was saying like he was paralyzed, but then it cuts this video of him like working out with like this thing. I don't even know what the thing was, but then at the end of the video, he turns around in this wheelchair, and you see this fine ass man, and I was like, sir, hold on, because listen, if you would have tried to chat to me, I'd be like, okay. Like, yes, you would get my number. Like, he looked turned around, and you could, it's like, he looked like he's such a gentleman, and he looks like he's just so fine and like so interesting, and just like he had like this hat on, he's just like, I said, ah! So basically, he looked very attractive. And after like the comparison of like where he was at and then like where he was once he had like, you know, gotten done with I guess like going to the doctors or whatever, and he was at home, and then seeing where he's at now, it was like just a big reminder that like, yo, we're not at our final form yet. I'm not at my final form. Who knows how much I could transform? It doesn't even have to just be a year. It could be in 6 years. It could be in a day, but I'm not at my final form. But even something I was kind of contemplating a little bit earlier in the day, I think a lot. As you know, as we all do, but I think, I think we all do, but I was thinking, I was like, you know, I have been on this, you know, there's regression when you're going on a journey. Like, sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And I've seen how like there's been times where I regress. Like, I've had regressions as I'm on my journey and trying to get better and trying to do more and things like that. And it's so frustrating to like know where you're fucking up and be trying to change it, and you feel like you're going crazy because you're like trying to fix something that you know is wrong with you, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I just do shit right? So it hurts to have that regression, but maybe that's just legit a part of how it goes. And like, I'm not at my final form, and neither are you. And it's like, who's to say what I will be until it's really over? Like, I could be in the deep depths of depression for 10 years, and then I could come out on the other side one day. There could be one day where I'm like, you know what, I'm making this change, and I could have like you know, people come out the woodworks to help me make that change and like for me to make my life better and things like that. You never know what my final form will really be and like who I could really flower and blossom into and what I can make of my circumstances, like the circumstances that God has given me. Like, you never know what I'll be able to transmute those into. And with me, I just have a lot of struggles when it comes to like identity and creativity and being comfortable expressing like so many different aspects of creativity, when I feel like there's so much advice about talking about how you should just focus on one thing. I'm interested in comedy, film, music, different types of music, by the way, not even just one type of music. I'm like indie, but I love hip hop and I love rap and I love trap and I fucking love like UK drill type shit. And I love like cutesy shit and like super auto-tuney shit and also very bare shit. I like shit that's not idiosyncratic. Maybe that is the word actually. Like where the syncing is not all the way normal. I love shit that's like not fucking normal, and then I like shit that's very smooth also. And then I like to be funny, and I also like to be serious, and I like to like philosophize, and I also just like to not give a fuck and just curse and say whatever the fuck I want. I'm very spiritual, I'm very faithful, I'm definitely a believer in God. I like the Bible, I like the Quran, I like Taoism, I like Buddhism, like Hinduism is cool, like I care about so many things. I give a fuck about the planet, and I'm not a rich bitch yet, but I really want to be super rich. And it's like I care about the people I'm around and also keep a distance sometimes because like, bitch, life is real out here, and I love men and I also stay away from a lot of them. And sometimes I feel like I'm kind of gay, but then most of the time I'm like, no. And then like, I don't know, like I like to dress how I want, but I also want to be like conventionally attractive at the same time and like well accepted by society, even though I'm like low-key a recluse and I barely go out. And like I want to save money, but then I spend money on food like this. But I kind of like don't really have anything in my fridge, but I literally have soup and broccoli and like kombucha. Like that. Anyways, y'all. And yeah, like I want to work out and also just want to sit my ass down, and I love frappuccinos, but I also just want to be like really healthy, and I want to be vegan, but also like really fucking like chicken, and it's fucking hard, y'all. I don't know, there's just so much cognitive dissonance, and like I like to do so much shit, and I don't like to just do one thing, and it's hard for me to be consistent because I'm like, well, won't people get bored of me? Well, I'm bored of myself. What if they don't like this? Maybe this is not good. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I shouldn't do that. And sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, just put it out, just do something at all. But then other times I'm like, well, maybe it's not worth doing something at all if what I'm doing is just futile. But still, an object in motion is an object in motion. And maybe I should just have that as my baseline principle. You know, maybe I should just get really serious about my baseline principle of like, something is something and nothing is nothing, and I won't do nothing. And maybe that should just be my baseline. Even if it's not all the way together, even if I'm posting and these thumbnails look fucking ratchet, at least a bitch posted. Because something is something and nothing is fucking nothing. And I am not my final form. And neither are you. I hope this video was kind of helpful. Love y'all. Annyeong, subscribe. Annyeong, bye.